Hello again, and welcome to the fourth section of our Chapter 1 Recall Prior Knowledge series of videos. This section is finding squares, square roots, cubes, and cubed roots of numbers. So the first one we're going to cover is covering squares. So a square of a number is when you take that number and you multiply it by itself. So something simple like 2 squared is 2 times 2. And it's written with a little superscript. So you write the 2 and then a 2 above it, and that will represent 2 squared. Just like this. There's the 2, and the square indicates that you're squaring that number. And again, it just means multiply it by itself. So 7 squared would be 7 times 7 equals 49. 7 squared equals 49. So that's the first kind of example of how to find a square of a number. Again, multiply it by itself. The second one I'm going to cover is a square root, which is kind of the reverse of finding something square. So if I'm looking for the square root of a number, then I'm looking for two numbers that are the same, that when you multiply them together, it equals the number that you're trying to find the square root of. So for example, 4 is equal to 2 times 2. So the square root of 4 is equal to 2. One more example. The square root of 9 is equal to 3, because 3 times 3 equals 9. So squaring a number and finding the square root of a number are kind of like opposites. They work in reverse ways. The next topic that is in this section is finding a cube of a number. Very similar to finding a square of a number, finding a cube of a number is taking that number and multiplying it by itself 3 times this time. So, and again, it's written with a little superscript, and I'll do another quick example. This time I'll do 4 to the cube, 4 cubed, excuse me, will look like that. Here's the 4. That's we call the base number, and we're raising it to the exponent of 3. So 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4. And taking that number 4 and multiplying it by itself 3 times. And then very similar to the cubed root, to the square root of a number, a cubed root of a number is you're looking for a number that when you multiply it by itself 3 times, you get the number that's in what we call the radical, the little sign, and I'll show you that in just a second. So for example, the cubed root of 27 equals 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. And again, the cubed root of 8, I'll write that one down as a quick example. The cubed root of 8, which is right here, is equal to 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. So those are 4 kind of topics that you need to remember: finding squares of numbers, square roots of numbers, cubes of numbers, and cubed roots of numbers. Important skills as we move forward in Chapter 1. Thank you.